Welcome back everybody to our Minecraft Oneblock series where we continue to beat up this little innocent block in the center of the world to get all our material needs for building our island, and this is what it looks like so far. Last week we built these yin-yang towers, the light tower and the dark tower, for all our storage needs, and it's been serving me well so far. Let me tell you, it took a while to move everything in. In between episodes I did a tiny bit of building, but not very much, so you didn't miss out on anything significant. The pathways from the towers have been upgraded, and I built a little custom tree beside the barn, which I think fills out that island and makes it look a little more homely. But I have big plans and lots to do for this episode, so we're going to be moving fast. Hang on tight and we're going to get stuck right in. Very quickly, we had a new cast of characters turn up, including Tracy. Hello, Tracy. Johnny turned up to try to Jack Nicholson my ass, but I saw to him. We had Steven turn up as well. Hello, Steven. And Justin. So now we have the makings of a boy band, I guess. And just to make sure we had plenty in our choir, these guys decided to turn up. Am I glad I built this central enclosed area? You bet I am, because for the first time since episode 1, we've had a mob party where I didn't get wrecked. Now I have a sneaking suspicion that much more difficult mobs are going to turn up pretty soon, including ghasts and blazes and things that are not going to care about my little deep slate walls. Anything that comes from the nether is going to be a pain in my rump, I'm sure. But for now, I was able to deal with these guys with my trusty bow, and it didn't cause me too much trouble. We've been getting a lot of these guys turn up. Honey. Was that his name? Honey. Okay, well, Honey has some stuff. Come on out here, Honey. And let's see what else you have for sale once you come out of this. Yeah, because we don't want you stuck in there with the mobs. Alright, mangrove propagules. Gotta love that word, don't you? Propagule. They'll be handy. And just like that, we're up to our first phase change for the episode. 80 seconds. Why do these things keep increasing in time? By the time we get to the end, it's going to be 2 hours waiting time. Fast forward. And a 4, and a 3, and a 2, and a 1, and we have Jungle Dungeon. Hidden by ancient trees and covered in vines lies a dungeon. Alright. Okay, Honey, what do you think of that? You like dungeons? That came out wrong. Excuse me. I'll get back to my block. And of course we have parrots in the jungle. I'm definitely getting a parrot. I need seeds. Love me! Love me! Love me! Reminds me of some dates I've been on. Come on. Yes, alright. We have a parrot. Yar, Jim lad. Pieces of 8 and all those stereotypes. Where did I leave me eye patch? A panda's arse has appeared. Roly-poly panda has appeared, Honey. You're very close. Personal space, Honey. Okay, well, look at his tongue hanging out of his face like an idiot. Look at you, stupid Egypt looking. Let's keep you for sure. I don't know if there's space in the barn for you. And the mobs just keep getting more and more difficult as the phases progress. Now we're one witch short of a Shakespeare play. We take care of these guys and immediately Vexes turn up. They don't even have evoker daddies to just turn up on their own and start beating my ass. Well, we'll take care of those with my amazing archery skills. There we go. And we have one more away out over in the boonies that we take care of before moving quickly on to our next phase change. 3, 2, 1. And we have Mangrove Swamp, a densely dirty coastal wetland found in tropical and subtropical regions. Dirty? Why call it dirty? Why are you? Oh, you're dirty. I can see why things are... Look at the smile on his face. You filthy maggot, you. Well, we'll take a pause right now for a while on beating the one block and get on to building some things. And firstly, I thought that I'd put some paths in between our outer islands to make them a little more connected. But that didn't seem quite right. I said at the start of the series that I was going to try and use a little more height in this Skyblock series rather than just build one flat plane. So what you can see here I've raised everything up And now we don't just have central islands connected with outer islands around it, we have a little bit of an upstairs downstairs thing going, which when it's finished I'm hoping will make the whole place feel a little more dynamic, a little more alive than just a flat plane on the one axis. I've used quite a few azalea leaves here to decorate the edges again, make everything feel in tune with nature to fit in with the rest of the islands, and I think it's all kind of coming together and it feels like one piece. And yes, there are 4 of these islands, keeping some semblance of the symmetry that we already have. And I'll be aiming to make these green islands, so I'm going to draw grass blocks up each one of these stairs, which is going to take pretty much every bit of dirt that I have, but then we'll fill them out as we get more dirt going along from the one block, which might take a while, but we have time. And this is what our platforms look like when we've finished. I have a couple of ideas planned for these platforms, but drop your ideas in the comments for what buildings you think are necessary to have in the Skyblock one block world. Our next project for this episode is going to involve our boy band that I've wrangled up in the background here, and including old MacDonald the Pillager. Down at the bottom of the world here is where we're going to finally make our iron farm, so we can get snazzy iron armor and a brand new army to take over from our dog army. So let's build it right over here, opposite our mob farm. And now of course comes the tricky part, which anybody who's playing Minecraft for a while will be able to tell you: moving villagers. I need to get these guys and old MacDonald around the corner here, down below onto the platform with the iron farm. Luckily, I have thought ahead, and I've built the platform right underneath this spot here. So, what I should be able to do is dig a hole right here, and then just put some boats down, capture our boy band one at a time, and drop them down below onto that platform right there. It's terrifying. I'm not going to lie. It's a terrifying thing. But if I'm careful and I've calculated everything correctly, I should be able to do this. All right, Stephen is first. I've also made sure to leave everything to Griffin in my will. He is the firstborn, after all. All right. I guess we're doing this. Let's go. Tune in next week to find out if Micro made it to the... No, I'm only joking with you. Of course we made it to the bottom fine. Sure, Stephen here only barely shot himself, didn't you, Stephen? Alright, well, next job is to get you out and happily situated into your new workplace. And I can see that you're excited about it because those stars above your head mean that you've accepted the bed below. We should be able to just actually drive you directly into the hole, and that should make life a lot easier for us. All we have to do then is break out the boat beneath you, and you should take the job of a farmer, right? Let's see if we got this right. Bloody yeah, okay, we did that without killing you, and you are the farmer that we wanted you to be. So next, it's time to get all the rest of your brothers down, one by one, which should go pretty smoothly now that we've got all the trajectories figured out. And we'll even bring old MacDonald down here and leave him to the side, ready to take up his new post of scaring the living bejesus out of you whenever you pop your head out of your bed. Now it's time to get on with building the rest of this farm. And that's our iron farm done. I put a little roof on it just to make it look better than it otherwise would. What do you think? Yeah, I think it suits it. And added a few bits and pieces of decorations, but nothing too fancy, of course. Old MacDonald has taken up his position here as a scarer-in-chief. Are you happy, MacDonald? Listen, we're going to pretend he is. You're gainfully employed, so there's nothing to complain about, right? Yeah, okay. Well, over here, and as you would have seen in the time lapse, I used campfires instead of lava, and the reason for that, if you're wondering, is because I don't have lava yet. Our Oneblock didn't give us any so far, but this should work just fine. Already we've got some iron coming in. It's not going to be super fast, but for our purposes here, just me on me lonesome, this will work perfectly. Right, well, I have one more project that I want to get done this week because I mentioned it, I think last week or maybe the week before. I wanted to turn our ponds that we have surrounding the central island into aquariums. I guess that's what you would call them. I'm going to replace these blocks here with glass so that we can see our little fishies and our aquatic life from inside here as well as from outside. I do wish that our glass was black stained glass because it looks a lot better, but for now this is what we've got to work with because we can't get any black dye unless I build an entire fake ocean to try and spawn squid in, and I'm not willing to do that. So instead we're going to go with our normal glass, and I think it'll look just fine. As you can see here in the final product, it's almost spaceship like in a way, isn't it? I think I'm a fan. Certainly once we delve right underneath here and look at the inside, this is great. I quite like this. When we walk down, you have that aquarium feeling, so you can see our turtles, our axolotls, and our fish that we've managed to capture so far. And our bridges look a little more bridgy, if I do say so, as well. And we'll keep adding additional decorations as the Oneblock sees fit to give it to us. But for now, that's all the time we have for this episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks for coming along. It certainly looks different than when we started the episode, doesn't it? Next week we have big builds and more progress on the phases from the Oneblock. Until then, I hope you have a great day, a great week, and I'll see you next time.